Okay, folks, basically you'll get to the stage where you've got some data in there. So here's my customers, and here's my hire details. So remember, this is the video example. So in hire 6, for example, they got DVD 2, 3 and 1. Yours will eventually look like this as well, so you'll have lots of data in there. Once you've got your data, your next stage is to create some queries. So we just go to query design, and you load up the tables that you're interested in. So for this one, I want to show how many or how much of each video has been hired out, or each customer will go with. So I want the customer. I've got no interest in the actors, but I want the other one. So if you want to click those, just hold Control down, or you can add them one at a time. Doesn't really matter. Okay, to do that, I want the customer's given name, and it's simply a case of a bit of dragging. Okay, it is very easy, which is great for you fellas. And we might also put the hire fee in there. Okay, at the moment it will look something like that. So you've got Betty Banana and Colin Cabbage and all these numbers for the cost of the videos that they've hired at some stage. Okay, what did we do in SQL to put all that stuff that's the same in a bundle together? Group by. Excellent. The way you do group by in this is there's a big thing up here that looks like that cool looking E symbol. What's that mean in maths? Sum. Good. So that's what you hit for totals. You'll notice under here that it's going to add an extra field, an extra criteria thing. So if we click this, you'll notice that total jumps in there. We're going to group it by the people, and what are we going to do with the hire fees? Someone will sum them all together. We then look at it, and it looks like that. So we can see that Adam Apple got $37 worth of videos, etc. No, that's just over time. So who's my best customer? Usually you would then sort the hire fee in descending order. So by doing that, you can see very easily that my best customer is Betty Banana. So you might send her a little letter to say, thanks, you're my best customer. Keep coming along. Okay, you would do this type of thing with your staff. So you would say, who is my best salesperson? Who is my best customer? What products do I sell the most of? What products do I make the most money with? Those type of things. Okay, you'll go to close that, you'll save it, and I'll just call it query 1. You would obviously call it staff sales or customer sales or whatever, as long as it makes sense. Okay, I'll leave it at that. Okay, what if I'll just jump out of there now. Okay, I then want to make a form to show that, so I just go to Form Wizard. In here it's got a list of all your tables, but it's also got the queries that you've just done. So there's query 1 we had, so there's the 3 details I want. I want to make it tabular. Tabular looks like a spreadsheet, so you'll see all your data. Again, you'd give it a proper name, it wouldn't be called query 1. If your query is a decent name, then it'll probably be right. Hit finish, and then automatically you've got yourself a form. So remember, forms are displayed on the screen, reports are for printing out. Okay, you'd obviously need to go and do some cosmetic stuff on it, so tidy that up so it looks better. You could make a total of those things as well in a footer, and I'll show you that in a little bit. So there's your query. Same thing to create a report. Let's just go to Report Wizard, pick the details you want. Okay, we want it to look something like that. Okay, you can see different ways, but this one, because there's no major grouping, it doesn't matter. You can sort them by hire fee in descending order. Again, I want tabular. Okay, and it will produce something like that. Again, you might want to rejig it. You want to move things around, especially when it does things like sum of DVD hire fee. Isn't really a very good column descriptor. Or things like cust given name, you'd space out and call customer given name and just tidy it up a bit. But that, in essence, is what your next step is. So once your data is there, you go about and do certain things. Just before I stop this thing recording, if I want to go and do another query, and I'll do the same as before. Okay, I want to do a count. So I'll just open that up so you can see everything. I want to do a count of how many of my customers are male and how many are female. If you were doing SQL, what would you put in your select? Okay, so you'd ask their gender. You actually then get their gender again, and you'll notice, what do I do with them? I've grouped them. Okay, you count them, okay? So remember, count just counts how many there are. You can't sum male or female. You can't go male plus male. It's not going to give you much. Okay, so we would count that. You'll notice here, how many customers did I have in my table? I had 5, okay, so you'll have 10. Why do I get 18 and 24? Okay, if we have a quick look at the SQL view, and this will go a bit psycho, don't worry about inner joins, that's just joining the tables. Why have I got so much rubbish in there when I want to do something so simple? Any ideas? Okay, do I need anything from the DVD table? Or this table or this table? Okay, as soon as I get rid of these, so the moral to the story is if you only want stuff from one table, only load up one table. Okay, now when I have a look at it, it should do the right thing. So it's telling me I've got 2 of those and 3 of those. So don't put all that other stuff, because all it does is create extra rows of rubbish because it wants to link everything with everything else. Okay, again, once you've got that, you could go and do a report and say this is how many female customers or staff or whatever we've got. Okay.